What's going on everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Jay from Meizu and Jay. Today in this video we're going to be unboxing and getting the hands on of a very amazing device that I ordered from China. This is called the Meizu MX5 and I got it through the website gearbest.com, as I do trust them quite a bunch. As a matter of fact, this time I decided to do something a little bit different. If you guys haven't noticed it, I got a different shipping method. This is called e-packet, and it took here, surprisingly, in the USA to arrive from China to my door exactly 13 days. I ordered it on the 1st, and by the 13th, it was already at my doorstep. Today is the 15th, and today's the day that I decided to do the hands-on. That's because I was super excited, and as you guys know, I never like to open the devices without the camera behind me, or actually in front of me, just to say it that way. So here we can see that yes, the shipping method is a little bit different. I didn't like the fact that they chose this very unprotective bubble wrap, but I am assuming that the phone is okay inside, so that's the most important part. And again, this is free, so this free method is working great here in the USA. And a lot of people are complaining, saying that no, it takes more than 13 or 14 days or 2 weeks, whatever you want to call it. Reason being, it could be that maybe the Chinese are delaying too much in sending it out for you guys. Now this particular one got here very fast and I was impressed, guys. So here, without further ado, let me just go ahead and open it up for you. I believe I got the black color model and I got the 16GB model because the 32 was unnecessary. I really don't use that much memory. And this phone would just be like another toy for me. I mean, these are devices that I don't use other than the review purpose. I don't use them on a daily basis. I usually just have them around, laying around. I play with them. Sometimes I do updates, and that's when I make some videos showing you guys how to root them, how to do certain things to them and provide support. So here we can already see from the box in the front we got the MX5 logo. It looks very similar to the Google Nexus phones, if you guys know exactly what I'm talking here with that X. On the side, we just have a barcode for inventory purposes. On this side, we don't have anything. Now this box, I can tell already that it looks like a book. And now getting here towards the back side of the box, let me just go ahead and block the IMEI for privacy purposes, guys. We know that IMEIs are usually not recommended to be shown out there. To be honest with you, it's not something that a lot of people can really hack nowadays, especially phones like the Meizu devices and some branded devices like Blackview and so on. They cannot easily be hacked except for the clones, but now I just like to block them just in case. A lot of people they like to try weird things, and I just don't want to take that risk. And sometimes I do sell them after time because I don't like them to collect dust, other than the fact that I mentioned that sometimes I keep them for a little while, and by a little while I mean like 1 month or 2 months, to see if there are any updates or any videos that I can make providing support. Now getting back here to the subject, we can see in the back we can already appreciate all the bands supported. It does support 4G LTE. Now, like always, I'm not sure if this is going to be the US version. I highly doubt it, but that's why we have reviews, so that we can test it out and see exactly how this thing is going to perform. Now the box is pretty simple all the way around. Let me just go ahead and break the seal now, and we can see that it comes professionally wrapped. Of course, they're copying the style of Apple. Apple was the first smartphone to come wrapped, and they still do. So I always say, guys, the Meizu's phone look like if Apple and Samsung had a little baby, because they have a little bit of both. Sometimes the metallic frame looks like the iPhone and the front looks like a Samsung. A quick example would be the M2 here. We can see that looking at it from the front almost feels like we have a Samsung device. Now if you look at it from the bottom, we can almost see that it looks like a iPhone device, including the SIM tray, including the speakers, the charging port, the 2 screws, the microphone. Everything is very similar to the iPhone. So that's why I always say that it looks like they just had a baby. So here, let me go ahead and open this book style box. I don't want to break it. It comes with another seal on the side. I'm not sure if you guys can see that right there. I do apologize for not having the proper lights this time. Actually, one of my lights broke, so I'm in the process of getting new ones and doing some upgrades here. So I think I just broke the seal. There we go. And here we have that beautiful phone. Wow. And yes, we do have a fingerprint scanner. It has the Mtouch 2.0. It comes with a 5.5-inch screen and much more. But right now, let me just go ahead and take it out of this box. It looks like it's very tight on there. As a matter of fact, we do have like a little slot on the side. Actually, we do have a little puller here. Wow, this phone is beautiful. Wow, I am truly impressed. I mean, I do apologize for my emotions on this video, guys. It's just that this phone, you have to look at it in person to appreciate how beautiful it is. And I can tell that it's very comfortable in your hand, very similar to the M2. As I mentioned before, guys, I am bringing the review video of this device next after the unboxing of the MX5. Now, basically, in my opinion, I think that the Meizu M2 is just the, I would say, the affordable model of the MX5 because they look quite identical except for some minor details in the back. We can see that the lines are a little bit different. That's because we don't have a unibody on the MX5. The top is made of plastic as well as the bottom. So there we go, guys. Let me just go ahead and set this aside. Then inside we have a little message by this company. Unfortunately, it is in Chinese. I really can't read it. So as you guys can appreciate, everything is in Chinese, but I can understand that it comes with a new fingerprint scanner, and it is called the Mtouch 2.0. And the cool part about this phone is that it comes with the all-new powerful MTK6795. It is called the Helio X10, and it is clocked at 2.2 gigahertz. It is octa-core. It comes with 3 gigabytes of RAM and 16 gigabytes of internal storage. And then here we're going to find the charger. This is just a 5-volt charger, I believe, and it does support fast charging technology as well. And it looks very similar to the Fruit Company charger. If you guys ask me, I'm just trying to figure out exactly how many volts it is. It says here that it is a 12-volt 2-amp charger. Something very rare. I'm not sure if you guys can see that right there, but it's right here. It says 12-volt 2 amps. So this is a very different charger, and I believe that it goes up to 50% in less than 30 minutes. Wow, that's amazing. Then we're going to have the SIM ejector tool right here. Let me just go ahead and peel this off. And it says there Flyme. It comes with the Android 5.1 and it has the Flyme 4.5. The same as the Meizu M2. So here we can see the SIM ejector tool. So then we got the manuals, and these are all in Chinese. They don't look like manuals to me. They look more like a warranty guide, I believe. And then finally we're going to have the USB cable. So it says designed by Meizu, made in China. So now they make it sound like Meizu is coming from another company or another country. So that's a little bit confusing there. And yes, there we can see that it carries the just standard micro, nothing very special. And then inside of the box we find nothing else, guys. So we don't have any earphones, we don't have any special accessories. Considering that this phone is $329 just for the 16 gigabyte model, they should at least include some sort of earphones, just like the CTE Accent Pro did. I think that's a very nice touch. So let me go ahead and set all this aside. And like always, check out the phone itself. And now we're going to be jumping into the physical aspects of the Meizu MX5. The first thing we're going to see in the front is a 5.5-inch display. It comes with a resolution of 1920 by 1080. So in short words, it's a FHD display. Unfortunately, we don't have a QHD display. Now, something that I noticed by having a QHD display, including my Samsung Galaxy S6, is that the battery doesn't really last as long as you guys want, especially if you have it at full brightness. It's something that especially I noticed here from the CTE Accent that I got back there. The battery's not lasting me as I thought it would. Sometimes when you're playing games or sometimes when you're just watching movies and so on, you can actually notice how fast it's draining. So having a 1080p display can be something convenient. Also keep in mind that this phone has a price point of only $329. So I think that we can really complain a lot about this phone because first of all, the build quality is amazing and Meizu is very well known in China, just like Samsung is here in the USA. On the bottom, we find here a fingerprint scanner. Now, this is also going to have multiple functions. It goes back and also has a menu key integrated in one button. We don't have a capacitive menu key and a back key. On the top, you find the ear speaker. We also got a 5-megapixel sensor camera together with the proximity and light sensor. On the left hand side, we're going to find here a SIM tray, and this is going to support 2 SIM cards at the same time. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to support 4G for both SIM cards. I doubt it. But let me just go ahead and open it here so that way you can take a quick look of exactly how it looks. So this is a very common Chinese design. And there we can see that it says 1 and then SIM 2. Both of them have the same size, which is nano. And we don't have the slot to upgrade the memory like I mentioned before. On the top, you find the 3.5mm headphone jack. We also have a noise cancelling microphone. Now I'm assuming that this is not going to be fake, something that we have seen numerous times before on other Chinese devices. On the right hand side, we find here the volume rocker up and down. We also got the power button. Then on the bottom is where we're going to find the loudspeaker, very similar to the Fruit Company device, which is the iPhone. We also got there the charging port. We find 2 screws and a microphone. Now getting a look on the back side of the phone is where everything is going to become very interesting. For the first time ever, we have a 20.7 megapixel sensor camera on a Chinese device. Also has a dual tone LED light, and it comes with laser focus technology, so that's something that we saw first on the LG phones, and now it has been traveling to many other devices. So this is very nice, guys. I really can't wait to put my hands on this device and really test it and bring the review. This is one of those devices that you become very excited about because, you know, of how nice it looks and the build quality and how nice it feels. Sometimes watching a video is hard for you to grasp really how a device really looks and how it feels. Sometimes you might get different, I would say, opinions and this and that, because it happened to me before I bought this device. I saw some videos and I'm like, I don't know if I really want that phone. But now that I see it in person, guys, this is a beast. I mean, it comes also with the new MK6795, which is the Helio X10, or also known as Helio X10. It has the latest Android 5.1 and so on. So here, let me just go ahead and remove this wrapper out of the back, and here we can appreciate the phone a little bit closer in details. And I do prefer this color because I think it looks very elegant for guys. I don't know if I am correct, but they also have it in white and golden color. So let me see how I can remove the front protector. There we go. Unfortunately, we do not have a screen protector for this phone. Now removing that protector, we can see that the screen matches perfectly well with the remaining of the bezel, making it seem like one piece. Okay, and now that I have pressed here the power button, we can already see the Flyme logo on there, and I believe it's starting. I think it's actually doing some updates. So let's just give it a minute here, and I believe the brightness has been lowered a little bit. Now we can tell already, guys, by the bezels that this phone almost looks like it's going to be an edge-to-edge display, and that's a trick that they did on this design, and I love it. I do like phones that look like they are going to be edge-to-edge. Now here it is prompting us to set up the language, and by default we have the Chinese. So let me see if I can actually change it. By the way, I'm just going to scroll down so that way you guys can see all the languages that we have supported. Right now I haven't seen the brightness option, unfortunately, guys, but I'll fix that later on in this video. I do apologize for that. So let me just go ahead and continue. And also I forgot to mention that the GPU on this phone is going to be the VR Power. I believe it's the G6200, so that's going to be great for gaming as well. Here, let me just go ahead and connect to my Wi-Fi. Let me just select allow, and right now it is currently connecting, and it has connected. So let me just skip this part. Flyme is a very nice operating system, but I have to admit that sometimes it gets a little bit confusing and it takes a long time to get used to it. But once you do, like I did with the M2, you guys will love it. And here we find that operating system, guys. Again, the Flyme 4.5 running on top of the Android 5.1 Lollipop. Let me see if I can increase the brightness. I can tell that right now this thing is just crazy. It's very, let me see. Let me just turn it off, and there we go, guys. I have increased the brightness now to the max. So here we can appreciate a little bit better how beautiful the LCD screen looks, including the viewing angles and the color saturation. Everything is beautiful. Wow. Okay, and now here, guys, on About Device, I just decided to put my thumb on top of it because the IMEI has been provided on there, but you guys can notice that we have the Android 5.0. Now, I believe that on the website, it says that we have the Android, or that is coming with the Android 5.1, so I think that could be maybe an update or something like that. I'm not 100% certain. Like I said before, this is going to serve for different purposes. It's a menu key, a back key, and also a home key, so we don't have any capacitive buttons on the bottom. Let me just go here back into settings, and then here we can see that same settings that we saw on the Meizu M2, and which I have right here, guys. The only reason I don't turn it on is because I ran out of battery, unfortunately. So I was making the video. Let me see if I can actually power it on, and now you guys can notice that I tried powering it on earlier. It will power on, but then it will go straight off. So there we can see that right now I don't have any battery. But yeah, this is going to be exactly the same settings. Again, it's running on Flyme, so when it comes to the operating system, it's not going to be much different, except that this one is going to have a much better camera, and it's going to be a lot faster because of the new processor that we have in it. Let me just click allow, and here we have that 20.7 megapixel sensor camera. And if I mentioned it earlier, I wanted to see if the recording can go up to 4K, and yes it can. Look at that, 4K recording. I was expecting it. I mean, this is a 20.7 megapixel sensor camera, and I almost dropped this device. Today I have butter hands or something. So yes guys, here we can see the quality of the camera. Right now the colors seem to be realistic. Now I'm trying to get the pictures to be possibly 16:9 ratio. I really don't like, let me see, I think I got it there, but I'm going to lose some pixels on the picture because of that reason. And now here we have it on full screen. So wow, this thing is amazing guys. Oh my god, this camera is beautiful. Let me see here if I can take a picture of my headphones. So here we got that picture again. Wow. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you guys will love this camera like I do so far. Now I have to place this on my computer and compare it maybe with some shots from the Galaxy S6 and so on. But so far it looks like a very nice sensor. Another thing we're going to test here is the new Mtouch 2.0, which is the fingerprint scanner on the bottom. So if you go here to fingerprint scanner, we're going to turn it on. And now it says rest the finger on the home button. Let me see how accurate it is. And of course we can tell who they copy this UI from. It is simple to say it, but so far it is very accurate. This is new to me because I didn't have, of course, the fingerprint scanner on the M2. So let's just leave it to that. You guys saw that yes, it read my fingerprint, but it is asking me to set up an account of some kind, which I really had to check it out because again, this is coming from China and sometimes I do get a little bit skeptical. Also, we got the App Center. Now, this is something similar, I believe, to what we saw on the M2, that we don't have the applications pre-installed on here. So what I'm going to do is either root it or just go ahead and use their App Center to just download the Google applications and get the Play Store and so on. But you guys get the idea. For the most part, this is going to be a just like any other Android device out there. Now the battery integrated is going to be a 3150 power milliamp battery, and the phone is going to measure, at least on thickness wise, it's going to be about 7.6 millimeters. So it's quite similar to many iOS phones that we have seen out there. Also we got here the clock, we find the video app, we have the game app, we have the dialer. Let me just take a look at the dialer, and there we go. The speaker seems very loud. Now the buttons is a little bit clicky. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but yes, the button is a little bit clicky. Nothing that I really care about. But yes guys, there we have it for the unboxing and also the hands-on of the new Meizu MX5. Expect my review very soon, and by very soon I mean maybe within a week or week and a half. Like always, if you do have any questions, please don't forget to comment down below. Like the video, make sure that you guys subscribe for more because I have a lot more coming very soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next one.